Namaste students, welcome to our EVS class. Today we are doing block 9.3. In the previous class we learned about solids, how to identify whether a thing is solid. Today we are going to learn about liquids. On the screen you can see a glass of water. So from where are we getting this water? From the jug. The jug already has water, so if you lift up the jug you can pour it. Okay, so water is a liquid because you can pour it from one container to another container, right? So we know the properties of solids. Today we will learn how to be sure if something is a liquid. Okay, how to know whether a matter is liquid or not, we are going to learn it. So
keywords we will use:
volume is the space taken up by an object. Okay, volume means the space taken by an object.
Step 4.
Let us watch this video now.
Water and juice take up the space inside the glass or bowl. They can flow freely and change their shape when poured into different containers. They can be kept in open container.
So what did we learn from this video? We learned that water and juice, they are liquids. Why? Because you can pour water and the juice into another bowl. Okay, they'll take up the space of the bowl, right? And they can be poured. They flow very freely, right?
Okay.
Now, how are wood and ice different from water and juice? Okay, how wood and ice are different from water and juice? So
let's summarize the answers now. Ice and wood have a fixed shape and size. They take. Okay.
So ice and wood have a fixed shape and size. They take up space. Their shapes don't change when they are put into another bowl. If you pick up the piece of ice and wood and put them into another bowl, their shape won't change because they are solids. But when you take the water and juice and you put them in another container, you can easily pour them into another container because they are liquids. Water and juice do not have fixed shape or size. So this is what? Okay, liquids do not have a fixed shape. They don't have a fixed size, right? Now let us check this table. So this table has 5 columns. First column is for properties and remaining columns is for the objects here. So properties, we are going to check whether the thing takes up space, whether it can flow, whether it can change shape, whether it has a fixed shape. Ice, yes, it takes up space. Can ice cube flow? No. Can it change its shape? Okay, immediately you can't change it, right? And it has a fixed shape? Yes. Wood takes up space? Yes. Can flow? No. Can change shape? No. Has a fixed shape? Yes. Water takes up space? Yes. Can flow? Yes. Can change shape? Yes. Has a fixed shape? No. Juice takes up space, can flow, can change shape, and has a fixed shape? No. So from this table we learnt that liquids take up space, they can flow, okay, they can change shape, and they don't have a fixed shape, right?
Part 2.
How do you know if something is a liquid? If a thing can flow freely and change its shape when it is poured from one container to another open container, we know it as a liquid. Okay, liquids, we can pour them and they flow very freely, from one container to another container, the total amount of liquid does not change when it is poured from one container to another container. So liquids, when you pour from one container to the next container, the total amount of the liquid does not change. Liquids have mass and a fixed volume.
Part 3.
What will happen if you keep the ice cubes in the bowl for some time? Why? Did you ever try this? Did you leave the ice cubes on a table or in the plate for some time? What will happen? After 10 minutes, you'll see that the ice melts down and changes into a liquid, okay, into water. Why this happens?
Let's summarize.
The ice cubes will melt and turn into water. This will happen because the ice cubes will absorb heat from the surroundings and change into liquid. Okay, when the solids absorb heat, they change into liquid. This process can be faster if we heat them. So instead of just waiting, leaving them in a plate, you can heat the ice cubes also. You can put them in a container and heat them on a stove. So immediately within a few seconds you'll get water. Similarly, we can convert many solids into liquids by heating and can convert them back to solid by cooling. Right? If you take a dairy milk chocolate, okay, which is a solid, if you keep it in your pocket, especially in summer season, after a while it melts down. It is no more is a solid. Why? Because the chocolate, which is a solid, absorbed the heat. When solids absorb the heat, they start to melt. So the chocolate melts. That is the reason when you open the wrapper, it will be sticky, right? So what is the best thing to do? Okay, if you want to be more comfortable with the chocolate, just keep the chocolate in the refrigerator. If you leave the chocolate in the freezer, this will liquid, when they cool down, they again become solid, right? So this is one example about the chocolate. Now
Okay, now it's time for some application. Let's find our workbook and complete worksheet 9.3. I repeat, worksheet 9.3.
okay,
Please do the worksheet on your own.
so liquids, first put the today's date beta. Question 1, look at the picture and circle the things that are liquid. So here is a picture, a glass of juice, a bottle of water, and we also have a bowl of some solid food, okay, maybe pasta or maybe any porridge, okay. So we have to circle the liquids. So we'll circle the fruit juice in the glass, we'll circle the water in the bottle. Now complete the table. The table has 3 columns: matter, whether it is solid or liquid. Give one reason for your answer. So coffee beans is given in the picture. Coffee beans is a solid. One reason for your answer, because it doesn't flow. Okay, coffee bean does not flow. If you leave them on the floor, it doesn't flow. Whereas a cup of hot coffee is a liquid. Liquid, right? What is the reason? Give one reason for your answer. You can pour the cup of coffee into another container or a saucer, and coffee can flow freely from one container to another. So that is the reason it is the liquid. Right, now let us open our
Okay,
content
now
book.
let's look at what we should do for our homework. Answer practice questions 1 to 3 in your notebook. Here are the questions. You don't have to copy them. They are in your content book.
Okay, cross out the ones that are not liquids. How many words are given? There are 6 words here. So you are going to put a cross to the words that are not liquids. If they are not a liquid, you put a cross to them. Refrigerator is not a liquid. Spices, not a liquid. Juice, yes, it is a liquid. So milk is a liquid. Ball is not a liquid. Bat is not a liquid. So for A, refrigerator, B, spices, E, ball, F, bat, you are going to put a cross. Second question, Honey can be poured from one container to another. Is honey a liquid or a solid? Yes, it is a solid because you are able to pour from one container to another container. Third question, fill the boxes to show how these changes occur. How can a solid become a liquid? In the white box you write on heating, on heating, solid on heating it will become liquid. Example, think about the ice cubes. If you heat them they'll become liquid. Then once again liquid, how it becomes a solid? Once again liquid on cooling down. Okay, on cooling, on cooling, cooling or freezing. Liquid on cooling or freezing becomes solid once again. So that's all for today, students. Thank you for completing the worksheet and content book practice questions. Do read the lesson twice, underline the new words. It's very important to read the lesson. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye.